morning, students. So today we have lecture number 2. So what we will cover in this topic? First of all, we will cover Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's law, series resistors and voltage division, parallel resistor and current division. So these are the topics which we will cover in that today's lectures. Okay. So first of all, let us see who is the person behind the Ohm's law. So he was a German professor, and in 1827 he invented the theory behind this Ohm's law. So according to Ohm's law, the voltage across a resistor is directly proportional to the current flowing through current flowing through it. Okay, and he this professor published a book in 1827, and in that book he mentioned the theory related to Ohm's law. And okay, so he was a German professor. Then a little bit introduction about resistance. What is resistance? As you can see in this figure, it is a conductor having length L and area cross section A, and rho is resistivity in ohm meter. So resistance is defined by the equation R is equal to rho L by A. The rho is the resistivity, L is the length, and A is the area of cross section. And for so two conditional values for low value of resistivity, low rho, those materials are known as good conductors, and for high value of rho, materials are known as good insulators. Examples of good conductors are copper, gold, etc. And examples of good insulators, they are glass and paper. Then come to the statements of Ohm's law. So according to Ohm's law, due to voltage directly proportional to current. As you can see, this is a resistance and current I is flowing through the resistance. Voltage drop across the resistance is shown by V, the polarity plus minus. Okay, so V is equal to IR and I is equal to VR. Accordingly, R is equal to V by I. And if the polarity of current or direction of current is from negative to positive, then current is taken as to be minus I1. So V is equal to minus I1 R. Unit of resistance R is ohm. For short circuit case, resistance is 0, and for open circuit, resistance is infinite, as we had already discussed about this. Now, next parameter is conductance. Conductance is denoted by G. So, as you can see, conductance is basically reciprocal of resistance. So, I can write 1 by R. So, using the previous expression, we can write V is equal to I by G, and I is equal to GB, or G is equal to I by. So, we can express the units of conductance in Siemens, ampere per volt. Okay. So, according these equations, I can show you these equations. These we have got this what we have got this using the previous equation. V is equal to I by V. V is equal to I. V is equal to IR. So R is equal to 1 by G. So V is equal to I by G, and I is equal to G. And finally G is equal to I by V. Then power. What is power? A resistor always dissipates energy. It transforms electrical energy and dissipates in the form of heat. And rate of energy dissipation is the instantaneous power. Rate of energy dissipation means rate means with respect to time. So instantaneous means at any instant of time t. So this thing like v of t, you can see this v of t. V of t means at any instant of time t. So P is equal to VI. So for instantaneous power, I can write V of t and I of t. V is equal to IR. So accordingly, I have modified this expression as like this IR. So this becomes I square into R, and then V square T by R greater than equal to 0. As it is having always a positive value, either it is equal to 0 or it is equal to positive value. So P of t is equal to V of t into I of t in terms of conductance. This equation is in terms of conductance. V of t into I of t equal to G V square t, it is I square t by G greater than equal to 0. So basically these two equations, uh, one this equation and another one is your this equation. These two equations are First one is for in terms of resistance, and second one is in terms of your conductance. Okay, so we have expressed power in terms of resistance as well as in terms of conductance. Now next comes to your basic law. Another law is Kirchhoff's law. So according to Kirchhoff's law, this is the person behind the Kirchhoff's law, Gustav Robert Kirchhoff, in 1824 to 1887. He was born in Prussia, now Russia. So he developed a law while he was a student in 1845, and using this law, he was able to calculate the voltage and current in a multiple circuits. What is topology? Some parameter related with circuit analysis. Okay, there are certain topologies. First one is what is the meaning of topology? How a circuit is laid out, and second a branch. Branch means it represents a single circuit network element, that is any two terminal element. And a node, what is the meaning of node? A node is the point of interconnection between two or more branches. A loop is any closed path in a circuit network. A loop is said to be independent if it contains a branch which is not in any other loop. Okay, only then it is independent. Otherwise, it is dependent. Now, next we have fundamental theorem of network topology. So this what we have, which is shown in this figure, that this is a circuit diagram in which there are different nodes and independent loops. So as you can see, for a network with B branches and nodes and L independent loops, B is equal to, we can calculate B equal to L plus N minus 1. Yeah, where B is equal to 9, N is equal to 5, and L is equal to 5. N is the number of nodes. Number of node 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one last one 5. And L is your independent loop. Loops are also 5s. Loops are 5. How? One loop is this, second loop this, third loop is this, fourth loop is this, and fifth loop is this. So there are 5 loops. So using 5 loop and nodes, we have calculated number of branches. So number of branches B comes out to be 9. Okay, then elements in series. So two or more elements are connected in series if they carry the same current and are connected sequentially. So as you can see, here one resistance here, another is here, and both are connected in series with the voltage source of V. Okay. So in this case, they are said to be connected in sequentially, and they carry the same current. They are carrying the same current. Okay. Next comes the elements in parallel. So what is the condition for parallel? Two or more elements are connected in parallel if they are connected to the same 2 points and consequently have the same voltage across them. Same voltage. This is the condition for the elements to be in parallel. Same voltage. One element is R1, second element is R2. Two elements are there and same voltage across them, and current I is being divided into two elements I1 and I2. So this is the condition for your elements in parallel. Now, next we have Kirchhoff's law, current law. Kirchhoff's law, according to Kirchhoff's current law, the algebraic sum of the currents entering a node or a closed form tree is 0. Okay, so this we have defined Kirchhoff's current law. We have expressed by this expression summation n equal to 1 to n in equal to 0, where n is the number of branches connected to the node and in is the nth current entering or leaving the node. So this is the general expression for your Kirchhoff's current law. Sign convention. So what sign convention you are going to follow while using Kirchhoff's current law? So generally, current entering the nodes, they are taken to be positive, and current leaving the nodes, they are taken to be negative. Okay, so using this expression, summation, sum of all algebraic current, in equal to 0, like I1 is entering, I2 is entering, I4 is entering, they are taken to be positive. And then I5 is leaving and I3 is leaving. I5 is leaving and I3 is leaving. So these are taken as a negative. Other currents are taken as positive. So sum of all these algebraic runs, they are taken to be 0. Then Kirchhoff's current law, again we can modify the previous equation, like because we want to write it for different currents. So one type of currents which are entering the loops, and another type of current which are leaving the loop. So imagine this is a loop, okay, and I1, I2 minus I3 plus I4 minus I5, okay. This is the condition for your current which are entering. Okay, I1, I2 and I4, I1, I2 and I4 they are entering, and I3 and I5 they are leaving. In case of leaving, opposite of the above equation, minus I1 minus I2 plus I3 minus I4 plus I5 equal to 0. And finally, what we can say, sum of the currents entering a node is equal to the sum of the current leaving the node. So you can modify these two equations. Sum of the current leaving the node is equal to sum of the current entering the node. So this is the equation for your Kirchhoff's current law. Then Kirchhoff's voltage law. Second type of law, Kirchhoff's voltage law. According to this law, the algebraic sum of voltage around any loop is zero. Okay, so this is the general expression. Summation of m is equal to 1 to m, Vm equal to 0, where m is the number of voltages in the loop and Vm equal to mth voltage in the loop. Now sign conventions, what we are going to follow for Kirchhoff's voltage law, sign conventions. The sign of each voltage, the polarity of the terminal first encountered in traveling around the loop. Okay, this is loop. So V1, V2, V1 and V2. These are the potential drop across resistor R1 and R2. V0 is source voltage, and I is current flowing through the two resistor. Direction of the this travel is arbitrary. So for there we have taken two direction. One is your clockwise direction. For clockwise direction, like clockwise is this direction. Okay, and this is your anti-clockwise. For clockwise direction, minus V0 plus V1 plus V2 equal to 0. And for counterclockwise direction, usually we will follow from here minus negative to positive. Negative to positive is negative. We will follow in this fashion. Okay, this is counterclockwise. So for counterclockwise direction, this is the your equations. So we have got two equations, one for counterclockwise, another for clockwise equations. Then total, what we can write the final equation as, final equation we can write V0 equal to V1 plus V2. Then next part is series resistor and voltages. Series resistor and voltage division. For series resistor, as you can see in this figure, two resistors are connected in series, and V1 and V2 are the voltages across the two resistors respectively. V0 is the voltage source, I is the current flowing through them. So total voltage already we have calculated. V0 is equal to V1 plus V2, IR1 plus IR2, and accordingly we can calculate I times R1 plus R2, R1 plus R2, source is to RS. Okay, RS is equal to R1 plus R2. So modified expression here. So this we have got as the lower modified expression, having total resistor RS and source voltage. This is the general circuit diagram and the expression for the circuit elements connected in series. Then voltage divider. Here for series connector, if the elements are connected in series, then we can calculate the voltage division. How the voltage is going to be divided among the different elements. So here you can see I0 is equal to V0 by RS. Already we have calculated RS. We had calculated already R1 plus R2. So total current is V0 by R1 plus R2, and V2 equal to your, this is resistor R2, current I is flowing, and I times R2. So you can modify this equation as, and similarly V2 is equal to R2 by R1 plus R2. Okay, so what we have seen, how the voltage is going to be divided. V2 in terms of, you have got V2 in terms, here what we do in terms of V0. So voltage is divided. So this is known as voltage divider for the circuit elements which are connected in series. Similarly, we can write it for the V1. So this is the voltage divider rule. Then for parallel resistor, you can see circuit diagram. For parallel resistor, we have connected two resistors in parallel and total current will be I1 plus I2. Again, modify this V by R1 plus V by R2 or V times 1 by R1 plus R2, V by RP. Okay, this RP is the parallel resistor. Okay, total resistance for the parallel combination 1 by RP is equal to 1 by R1 plus R2. So we have modified this expression as like this, with voltage source V and parallel resistor RP. RP is equal to R1 plus R2. So this is the general formula for calculating the total resistor of the number of resistors which are connected in parallel combinations. Then current divisions. How the current for the parallel connection, current division is there. For the series connection, voltage division is there. So this is the parallel connection of resistor and current division will be there. So this current is going to divide, like I is divided into I1 and I2. And I1 T we have written V of T by R1. When I am writing V of T, it means voltage at any instant of time T. And when I am writing current I1 T, that means current at any instant of time T. So R2 by R1 plus R2 times I2. Similarly, for second current I2T, V of T by R2, R1 by R2 plus T, I of T. And for parallel combination, Rp times I of T and R1 plus R2 by R1 plus R2 times I. So current divides in inverse proportion to the resistance. Okay, inverse proportion. You can see from these two equations. One equation is this, another is this, and you can see from these equations the current divides in inverse proportion to the resistance. So this is the current division. It is for the case of elements which are connected in parallel. Now next is the case if we have number of resistors which are connected in parallel. For number of resistors, so what I have written here, I have written 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus so on up to 1 by Rn. In that case, total resistor will be 1 by Rp, and this V of T will be Rp times I of T. Okay, so Rn is the nth value of the resistor and Rp is the total resistor. And current in the jth branch is Ij of T. Jth branch is any branch. J of T, V of T by Rj equal to Rp by Rj times I of T. Okay, so this is the general current division expression for the n number of resistors. Okay, so this is the last topic of your today's lectures. Okay, so you can if you have any doubts or you can let me know. Okay, and rest part, as far as the numericals are concerned, we will do the numericals in tutorial class. Okay, so let me brief about today's lecture, what we have covered. What we have covered today, that is we have covered Ohm's law, basic law, you can say. Basic law means Ohm's law and Kirchhoff's law. Kirchhoff's laws are two, Kirchhoff's current law and Kirchhoff's voltage law. So Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's current law, Kirchhoff's voltage law, these are basic laws. And then series resistor and parallel resistor. For the case of series resistor, voltage division is there, and voltage divider rule is to be applied. And for parallel resistor, current division is there, and current divider rule is to be applied. So voltage divider is for series combination, and current divider is for your parallel combination of resistor. Or in other words, you can say that voltage divider rule is there and current divider rule is there. So we have covered 4 topics in today's lectures. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you can let me know. Okay. Thank you.